Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing these pork tortilla wraps. So if you want to know how to do it, please keep on watching. So here I am cutting up all these little onions into little diced pieces. I'm trying to do it as evenly as possible, but as you can see they're totally uneven. But once they're in the pan, these will melt down and go into nice little small sizes. So don't worry about it, it's all good. So now I'm just going to give that a nice little mix, and now I'm going to add in some garlic paste as well. Here I'm going to put in 2 heaped tablespoons. You can use any kind of garlic that you want or to your taste. You can use the powdered garlic, you can use fresh garlic, it's totally up to yourself. This one's just really handy, especially with 2 kids. It's just, I don't have time to be chopping up wee small bits of garlic. So yeah, that's why I like to just cut corners a wee bit. But this one's really nice, so this one, gets away with it. So now here, I'm going to be chopping up this meat. This is pork, by the way, and can I just say, if you're going to chop up meat, please get yourself some decent knives. Don't do it like me and use this kind of horrible knife. This is more like a spoon. Honest to God, I'm trying to just cut up like little even pieces of pork, so when they're in the wrap they just look quite nice and tidy and they're easy to eat as well. I've gone back over to my onions to see how they're getting on. As you can see, they're nice and brown now, so I will remove them from the heat and I will go on to chopping my peppers. So I'm using 3 peppers here. One was a big large one and 2 were wee small peppers. I'm trying to do these into wee cubes as well. I think my teacher at school, the one that taught me how to chop peppers, wouldn't be that proud of me, that's to say the least, because they're all, again, weird sizes and shapes. But yeah, I'm trying. Once they're in the pan, again, they just melt down. There's no much point in making them perfect, is it? Yeah, so here you can see I'm just de-seeding them and chopping them into like little skis, I'd like to call them, and then just chopping them up into little squares. And I'm adding them to the pot now, and then in a wee second I'm going to add both of these things into those same golden brown onions, which I've put back onto the heat. And now I'm going to add everything all up together, as you can see, giving that a final good mix. And now I'm just going to leave this for a wee bit as well. I'm going to add in some water, and I'm going to put on the pan's lid, and I'm just going to let that just simmer away itself to let it cook. Usually I'd give it a good, I don't know, maybe like a good 5 or 10 minutes, always checking it, making sure it's not sticking, and adding in more water. The more water you add in, the more of a paste and a sauce you'll get, whereas if you just leave it like a little bit of water at a time, it'll be quite a dry consistency. Still tasty, but not as much sauce. So I've come back to it now, and it's cooking away nicely. It's starting to brown up as well, just the way I like it. I'm checking it, just making sure that nothing's sticking, and again adding any more water or whatever else I need, and yeah, just giving it a good old stir. Come on, whenever you're ready, Nina. Yeah, and now I'm going to just put the lid back on actually, and just let it cook itself for another 10 minutes before I go back to putting in my spices. These are like my 4 main ingredients that I use in like nearly everything. So that's frying off quite nicely. I'm adding my oregano, so that was 1 big tablespoon, and I'm adding a tablespoon of gravy, which I love as well. It gives that a really nice taste and a little bit of thickness to the sauce. Now I'm taking a little bit of this garlic and pepper salt. No, sorry, garlic pepper salt. I'm adding that as well, 2 of them, into the mix too. And the last thing that I'm going to be using is this like chili oil stuff that my dad bought for me from the Chinese shop. I just really like it. I don't know where he got it from. He just bought it one day and I decided to use it. Oh, and the last thing is stock as well. I'm using some pork stock, and this just gives it, again, a nice little bit of flavour. You just got to be careful when like salting the pork. I think maybe just one big tablespoon of salt, to be honest, because pork's quite salty as it is. That is actually paprika, that's not chili powder, the one before this one. Sorry, this one is chili powder, the one I just popped in. And I'm just going to give it all a really nice mix. The paprika is what gives it that really nice kind of colour and the nice taste, while all the other flavours are just going to really infuse and make a really nice sauce. So again, I'm adding that in, and I'm going to add in a lot more water again. And because like my family like quite a lot of sauce, I do like to add a little bit of water here and there. So I've just turned the heat down, as you can see, and I'm going to just let this sit and put on the lid again and just let it cook for a further 10 minutes. So I mean, however you like your pork, you can cook that to your preference. Oh, and also I'm tasting it as well, because what's a good cook without giving it a wee taste now and again? So there we are, I'm just giving it a nice mix. That's been about 10 minutes there, and it is coming along nicely, and I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with the consistency, I'm happy with the texture, and yeah, so again, giving it a nice mix, making sure all the flavours off the sides and in the actual sauce. So here's my little wraps that I've bought, and I'm just trying to fight with the packet to get it opened. As you can see, I'm using a knife, not the safest way to do it. But again, I like to do things quickly. So I'm popping my wraps in, and normally I give it to like maybe about 10 to probably 15 seconds on each side. But if somebody likes to wrap a little bit more cooked, I'll probably give it about 20 seconds on each side. Just so like I know the flour is completely cooked and no one's going to get a tummy ache or anything. You know how it is. You know when your gran comes over and you've got to like make her food. She's dead moany because things are not cooked right. That's my gran, yeah. In fact, that's my whole family, actually, yeah. So that's me just popping it onto the plate now, and I'm just going to add a little bit of butter to it. So this, you don't really need to do this, I just like to do this, especially for my little son, because it's more fattening for him as well, I like to think in my head, if I put a little bit of these extra bits on top of it. So there we go. I mean, you can actually hear them now screaming in the background. And guys, this is what it should look like. And I hope you enjoy it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Take care.